Welcome everybody back to my channel. This is True Crime Astrology. My name is Leslie. I am so happy that you're here. I am so excited that you're stopping by, hanging out with me for a little bit to talk about true crime and astrology at the same time. I mean, what gets better than that, right? And so with that being said, I have a special guest, my favorite person in the whole world, my sister, Ashley.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here. Hopefully, everybody's doing well.
Yes. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my sister, and she's going to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Okay?
Our topic for today, right?
Yes.
Okay, so our topic for today is going to be focused on Chinese zodiacs.
On
Yes, on
Chris Watts.
Oh, I thought I messed up. I'm like, what? Yeah, on Chris Watts, of course. The Chinese zodiacs, you guys should know there's 12 of them, but we're just going to be focusing on Chris Watts and Shanann Watts for today, and also talking about the compatibility between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Chinese zodiac that Chris Watts is an ox, and the element that he is wood. So he's a wood ox. Those people, they remind me really of just like a stubborn nature. I like to think of oxes as bulls in a way. So related to Taurus. I'm sorry if you're a Taurus. I'm not trying to offend, but
any hate with any of the signs. Like, you have the ability to use your power in the way that suits you best. Right. And when you are elevated, when you are, you were telling me that I should have said,
when you're ascending to your highest greater level.
Exactly, when you're ascending to your highest greater level of your sign, of the energy that you have been given by the universe, like, you can work it in your favor. So we are not bashing any particular sign, okay? And so with that being said,
yeah, thank you for covering all that for me.
You're welcome.
Anyway, yeah, they do remind me of a bull-like personality, kind of stubborn. These people do have life goals, and when they have a certain person or something that is possibly causing, an obstacle for them to get to that goal, they will, not allow any setbacks for that. Nothing stops them from achieving that goal. On a good note, they can be thoughtful people. They can be very helpful people, helpful friends. They can make everlasting friendships, but it does take a while for them.
Chris didn't really have much friends.
Yeah,
like, many friends. Not.
No, they're not like social butterflies or anything like that. They're, they like to keep to themselves. They're private people, and they have a calm attitude. It's like, it takes a lot for them to build lasting friendships with people
And open up.
And open up. Yes, especially being a private person, it's hard. He could have been a good, easy person, and I did hear that a lot from the interviews, that people were just like thrown back at what he did, horrified actually, because they didn't see him in that type of light at all. So they were, completely surprised at his actions,
and he was
things like that.
Also, when everything was found out, when he was more scared about what people would say about him rather than what he had actually did, what he had committed.
Well, these people, again, the wooden ox, they live a lot in their minds too. Again, you do have to think of a private person, a person who isn't really, talking to many people. Well, who are they talking to? They're in their brain a lot. So that probably explains that. Yeah, in their minds. So again, very quiet, private person, calm attitude, like I said. Again, if something or someone gets in the way of their life goals, they do have a temper that can become quite frightening. It's unexpected. It's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yes, and and with going off of what you're saying, Chris having Mars in Gemini, like OJ did, like they're very like they can be very make spontaneous decisions.
Right, right. Paired up with that Aries moon that he has. Paired up with that. I mean, you have the perfect potion just mixing up for disaster.
Yeah.
Because, that Aries moon also, and again, no offense to Aries moons, but, they do swift, fast action making.
Well, Shanann was an Aries moon as well.
Oh, okay. Well, in this case, did she also have the Mars in Gemini like he did?
No, her Mars was in Scorpio.
Okay.
No,
well,
Mars in Libra, I'm sorry, at 29 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Mars in Libra at 29 degrees, almost in Scorpio.
Almost in Scorpio. At 29 degrees is a critical degree.
Yeah.
But again, just he did make swift, quick decisions paired up with that Gemini moon that you mentioned. It's perfect disaster there. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and go into Shanann Watts now. Okay, keep in mind everything that I just said about Chris Watts's Chinese Zodiac. Okay, so Shanann Watts, she was a water pig. Okay.
In the Chinese Zodiac.
Yes, of course, in the Chinese Zodiac. So these people, popular, great talkers, okay, already noticed the difference between the two, okay? Heart of gold people, they like to, keep the peace, especially with that Libra Mars there. Mm-hmm. Wow, oh, wow. Peacemaker in the making there. When they love somebody, it's just, they have a heart of forgiveness. They really
they try
do.
To justify why the other person is acting like that before they react. Like they give so many chances before they actually confront the person. Like when they have already confronted the person, and I'm talking about Mars and Libra, they have already gone over this in their mind and tried to rationalize why this other person is behaving that way. So you can for sure count on the fact that Shanann was already questioning everything and before she reacted.
And there was a lot of unfairness when you think of Libra. They thrive on things being fair, and so she sensed a lot of unfairness, especially with the absent text messages that she wasn't receiving from her then husband. And she was just, are you gonna meet me halfway, or am I just going the whole way with you? Because she was just messaging, and aren't you supposed to miss me, and things like that. So she had already,
she was pregnant.
Right. Oh my gosh, to top it all off,
she was pregnant.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Should we say?
No.
Okay.
Well, you can go ahead, sir.
Ashley's pregnant, and she's having a baby.
Yes.
And she is also Mars and Libra, so she can
relate. I relate very much to this.
So go on. Well, how would that have made her feel?
Oh goodness. Well, it's you are carrying the seed of a man that you love and trusted and things like that. So, I mean, just for the fact that he was not there for her in the sense that she needed that comfort from him. He wasn't delivering that at all, And
she was even planning a party, a gender reveal party, and she canceled the whole thing.
That's gotta be awful.
Yeah,
it's gotta be awful. And then to be told that they don't want the baby anymore, that they've changed their minds about it, and it's
what would that have done?
Oh man,
Mars and Libra.
Well, to any woman, really. That would have just broken any woman's heart. I mean, in my opinion, it's just.
Absolutely.
It's completely sad. It's a sad situation there. So I mean, paired that with the absent text messages, like I was saying, I mean, it just became something that was very unfair, like I was saying with that Libra Mars.
There was one time where she called him 10 times trying to FaceTime with him, so the girls can see him, and he was with NK, and he didn't answer because he was sleeping still.
Oh, he was really.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
well,
she was livid, and when NK jumped in the shower, he went outside to like go talk to her, and he told her that he overslept, and then that he was gonna call her back to FaceTime with the girls, and he rushed home.
Okay, and did he ever get to FaceTime the girls?
Yeah,
he played the part, put on a face and everything. Like,
yeah. Can you elaborate of the astrology behind those actions?
Well, with this, I mean, he really lived in his head again, you know, like there must have been a lot of like thought process for him to have really masked that action that he was really doing initially. You know, when you're talking to your child and you've just, you know, done something that you shouldn't have done, I mean, anybody inside would feel guilty, right? But I mean, you cannot let your child see you in that aspect that you know, is negative. Yeah. So you know, he did his best to portray that, you know, and that's just being a I'm not sure what astrological thing it would connect to, but
I would connect that to the Mars and Gemini.
Okay.
And when it's like underdeveloped, when they're working through their shadow self. And also, I believe he was, his Lilith was in Gemini as well. I'm not too sure about that one.
Oh, goodness. Yeah,
I don't want to, like, think about that, but I know Shanann was Lilith Pisces.
Oh, okay, and you can relate to that one.
Yeah, I definitely can. It makes you very vulnerable, and you get sucked into situations that you don't want to be in, that you shouldn't be in, and that you know better than to be in, because the Lilith in Pisces makes you very psychic as well. And Shanann had a really good intuition, and she was very intuitive when it came to all those astrological aspects, especially because she had Neptune in, oh gosh, I believe it was in Sagittarius. We were talking about that, about how, you know, if she would have just listened to her intuition, because she had that moment, you know, especially being a Capricorn.
She knew. You know, watching that documentary that's on Netflix, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it.
Yeah.
There's a part there where she's just messaging a girlfriend. I can't remember the name right now.
I think it was Christina or something.
Was it? Well, she was messaging this girlfriend and telling her that he was getting it from somewhere else. So she was already on it.
Oh, she knew.
With that intuition, you know.
A woman just knows.
Oh yeah.
We just know.
But anyways, guys, we've kind of digressed a little bit into something else.
Sorry.
Let me finish up real quick. The water pig zodiac, the Chinese Zodiac water pig. So like I said, these people, you know, social butterfly here. We have a social butterfly, popular girl here that loves, you know, being in the spotlight, doesn't mind it.
That's why she was really good at her job at selling Thrive.
Right. I thought about that when I, you know, put two and two together. I was like, wow, these characteristics make sense, especially to both of them.
Mercury and Capricorn. I did a previous video on that. You guys can check out those videos on my page. And so I was talking about Mercury and Capricorn, how like they are only social when it's like to their benefit in some way, like when they're like
and this
working,
would be kind of business oriented, because Capricorn is just
because otherwise they'll be like kind of like not really like engaging and kind of boring.
Capricorns, they own it.
Well, you know what? I cannot say anything because I'm a Capricorn moon.
Well, when it comes to business aspects, I think they're on it. They're on their game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Virgos too. I'm a
gosh,
Virgo, workaholic over here. I needed a break today, so
yeah. So we decided we're gonna do this video because it's long overdue. I love doing these with you. Anyways, go on. Finish.
Well,
your
anyway,
thing.
there's something really, really important that I've been wanting to say about the water pig.
Okay.
And that's, it's kind of heartbreaking in a way, but like I was saying, them being popular, them being just, friendly with people, having a heart of gold. What does it mean when you have a heart of gold? Well, that also can mean that you are a forgiving person, right?
Wonderful.
So, good person with a good, sense of humor and everything, loves people, is also willing to, let bygones be bygones at some point, Not saying immediately, not saying it would have happened immediately.
She would have
But
forgiven.
had she been given the chance to work things out, work things through, find middle ground, I, believe she probably would have taken that. She would have taken that opportunity.
She would have forgiven him. Absolutely. Or she would have made it on her own if he was like that serious. Like, I really don't want to be
that.
with you.
Yeah, we got to see it as both. Both outcomes are very possible. But she would have, even if she drifted off on her own, I mean, I think she still would have forgave him still. Like, you know what, you're forgiven, but it's not going to be forgotten what happened. That type of feel is what I get.
Yeah, if he would have stayed single, if he wouldn't have, like, ended up with NK, like, even if he was just, like, having visitations with the girls and stuff, like,
Yeah, and she wouldn't have had it any other way. I don't think that these, the water pigs want to live with that kind of grudge for the rest of their life.
She would have thrived even more.
Made it miserable for the kids too at the same time, And she would have thrived, yes, with that Capricorn placement. I don't know if she had any more Capricorn placements, but
Mercury and Capricorn.
Just that's.
Gosh.
I guess we should have had her chart out. Huh?
I know, but I have it on my notes.
Technical difficulties, guys.
I know. See, like, this is it.
Okay. Let's see.
So her midheaven was in Capricorn.
Ah, okay. The CEO. They're supposed to be the CEO of a company. Just kidding, guys.
They are?
But they kind of are. They if your midheaven is in Capricorn, you're most likely going to thrive in a job where you're working for yourself. You're the big boss.
Absolutely. And that's the only thing that's their end game. That's their goal. And why are they doing this? For their family. Right. They're doing it for their family. Oh, yeah. They're not. They're
it
not
all
doing
comes down
them,
to that.
They're not doing them for themselves because they want to boast and be like, oh yeah, I'm this, like an ego booster.
But they just want to make a good living, for themselves and their family. You're absolutely right. And I had researched this placement before when trying to help people know what they want to do for a career, and it's just, I always tell them, if you have this placement, you have to do something where you're going to work for yourself, not under anybody.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to exactly thrive the way you want to in the end. So, anyway, good. Can we go back to the other?
If I can find it.
Oh, that looks like my writing there.
I'm like, which one's your handwriting?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like a mess when it comes to my notes.
Oh yeah, I know.
Ashley's very
I'm a note
organized.
taker. Virgos out there, you all should know. You're note takers too. Don't deny it.
I'm a web. Like, I do a web, I think, like, and I go like.
Oh gosh, she's a mess.
I am a mess.
Sometimes I just want to come over and clean her house,
and
but I'm too
did
tired.
Today. Do you guys notice?
I'm too tired right now.
Well, I know.
We actually did kind of move stuff around.
She helped me with my. Oh my gosh! Let me look. I was like, yay! But we can't see that.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah, we'll do it like that.
So, but anyways, guys, let me just finish up on Shanann Watts' Chinese Zodiac here. Just a loving person is what I see, just like a very caring good-natured person. You know, of course, with those Capricorn placements, that's probably where we saw the tendency to take over in some cases, because I know that's been a thing where people have compared, you
People
know,
have said
who wore the pants in the relationship.
Well, obviously she did, because
Right.
Chris was, I don't want to say it on camera,
No,
but you
no.
know what I want to say. He was just a
He just
pushover.
reserved. He was very reserved, just kept to himself, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, just now that we've seen basically both aspects, or both differences of the wood ox. I'm sorry, I was gonna say wood axe, wooden ox, and the
ox.
water pig. Okay,
Water pig.
very very different people here. Okay, you have a person that is just, you know, absolutely just private, just wants to keep to themselves, wants to live, you know, on the DL all the time, just, you know, keep working hard, let's keep things private, looking to see who they're going to make relationships with and whatnot, you know. And you could tell when he was on camera with her that he was just a little bit camera shy. He didn't really want to be there, in a sense, the way that she did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she seemed very open to talking to people, and he was just kind of like, hey, you know, I'm being put in this moment to talk, so I guess I will for a little bit.
With his
you know.
Scorpio rising, do you think that would have like made him be resentful toward Shanann in that way? Like, I'm gonna say what I want to say and then do what I want to do, and then
like towards her.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because the ox, you got to remember, they are stubborn people. They are stubborn, and they will ultimately do what they want to do, get to that end goal that they have in mind, and cease anything that's in the way. And with that Scorpio, of course, Scorpio rising, you know, I don't want to really
Right,
you know,
we're not bashing.
No.
Because, yeah, like, it's all how you use these signs. It's
Right.
all, like, what work are you putting into your energetic, like, energy, like your vessel, right?
But I mean, they can, you know, hold grudges in a way. That's why I was wondering about
Chris
her. I
Watts
thought,
hadn't-
you know, she wouldn't. At least I haven't seen anything that would indicate that she would hold a tremendous amount of grudges toward people. I'd have to really study her chart, but you know,
No,
based off of
I think with Shanann, I want to keep calling her Shan right now. I don't know why, but with Shanann, like her having the Scorpio and Saturn, like it would be very hurtful, but like she would always remember, because she was in a Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio. She was a Libra and Scorpio, but at 29 degrees. So it's like, I would describe that more like, I will hold you to what you have shown me. And that, I think about Cindy Watts with that, her mother-in-law.
Oh, wow.
Because her mother-in-law fed the other grandchildren, because the baby of Shanann, Cece,
she was allergic to
peanuts. And so the grandma didn't care and just didn't want to give the little girl anything of the ice cream, but she fed the other grandkids.
Oh, so she didn't get any ice cream?
No, but she wanted it.
Oh, okay.
And so that pissed off Shanann, and then like she, of course, let her have it. And I hate to use this word, but that's what created the nut gate. That's what the Watts have called it.
Oh,
The Watts have called it Nutgate. So, Shanann, understandably so, because you know when someone goes into anaphylactic shock, like, they swell up. I have gone into anaphylactic shock. I was rushed to the ER. I could not breathe. Like my everything was swollen. So I can't imagine on a baby, and then just teasing her like, "Oh, you can't have any ice cream."
You don't taunt a little girl with ice cream like that. I mean, at least get some plain vanilla or something.
No, she didn't have any of that available for them. She was well aware
that they were coming over.
Over, and that they were gonna want ice cream. And Shanann told them, don't give it to them in front of my girls because they will not understand. And she did anyway. And then when she went off, she came inside and found razor blades on the table. So they were like trying to like poke at her and be like, "Oh, not only did we tease your daughters that they can't have this ice cream, but here's some razor blades."
What? Oh goodness.
And she called her dad all pissed, and she was...
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, and he came to get her, and she said, "My kids will never step in this house again. They will never come here." Like, as a Libra, Mars Libra, what do you think that she might have felt?
Disrespect, for sure. Disrespect, unfairness, like, you name it. Oh my God, nothing pisses me off more than, like, somebody just being deliberately rude and cruel. Rudeness is just one thing that I cannot stand.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. That is just, like, not something you do to a child, but...
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's kind of hard, and so I guess that's all we have to say, right?
What? I didn't really finish, but it's okay. I mean,
no. I mean,
okay. Just, you know, as I was saying, just noticing the differences between the Chinese zodiacs of them. You know, having a private person on one hand, having a very social butterfly on the other hand. You know, probably doesn't mix too well. And then having somebody whose, you know, temper just out of nowhere explode when you have another one who is probably, you know, verbalizing it as she goes. You know, like a lot of things may have built up in him as well. You know, keeping quiet, being a private person, you know, is one thing, but keeping quiet and thinking in your head, you know, where does all that information go? It gets like, you know, harbored in somewhere. It gets stuck.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, because you can see, like, in the live videos that she has, like, even when he's, like, being open, he's, like, kind of weird. I'm like,
he's still trying to keep to himself, you know.
He's, like, and he's awkward.
Well, yeah, he doesn't get that much practice with people, talking with them, you know. I would be awkward, too.
I think Shanann was his first girlfriend.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, not oh no in a bad way. I'm just like, oh no,
and
he didn't try any, like, have any how do I say it, any homework to do before he took on the big task.
Yeah.
But but anyways, guys, just, you know, keeping all that in mind, you know, it doesn't just end in like the birth charts and the actual zodiac placements of things. Like, we also can touch base on the Chinese zodiacs of people. Absolutely. And especially the elements that go with them, because elements are different, you know. You may be a water ox, you may be a metal ox, you know, but he was a wood ox. And Shanann being more water, you know, obviously there was more emotion. More emotion there. Wood is kind of cut and dry. It's like, hey, is anything in there, you know? But
absolutely. That's really interesting. I really appreciate you sharing that with all of us.
Oh yeah.
And I look forward to learning more, because I know my Chinese zodiac, I'm a rat, but I don't know what kind of rat I am.
Oh, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm a goat. And my daughter's a goat too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Our little superstar to be. Superstar.
I always say, I need to say my quote for my daughter. I'm sorry. I always say, if my daughter doesn't grow up to be rich and famous, she's going to be horribly disappointed with life.
I can relate.
Oh my gosh, that girl.
From her tia.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that's it, right, sis?
That's all I've got.
So much. Thank you for coming by, dude.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you made it to the end of this video, please like and subscribe and share your comments down below. Please follow my sister. We're trying to grow her channel as well because we're like twins in a way.
I know. I only have 10 subscribers.
I know. Mine fluctuate daily, but
yeah.
I really appreciate you guys stopping by and follow her channel. I'll leave it linked down below. And yeah, so thank you
Yes,
so
I would
much.
really appreciate it, guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
I love you. And
Love you too.
I love you guys. Kisses and have a great night. Bye.